Have you ever wondered about the secrets that might have been left out of the Bible? What could they possibly be, and above all, why are they still hidden? Well, get ready for a captivating journey as we explore the extraordinary Book of Enoch, a manuscript so intriguing that it was banned from the Bible. Let's dive into this amazing tale. To begin with, ladies and gentlemen, the Book of Enoch, also known as the Enoch manuscript, starts with a powerful message addressing both humanity and the fallen angels who've wreaked havoc on Earth. This forbidden tome, penned about 200 years ago, contains writings that date back to around 300 BC, with the latest records reaching around 100 BC. Despite being removed from the Jewish and Christian canon centuries ago, the Book of Enoch continues to captivate us with its enigmatic revelations. Now, as we talk about this book, our first question is, who is Enoch? Well, Enoch, a name you might not be familiar with, turns out to be an intriguing figure. He's the seventh-generation descendant of the first man, Adam, and the great-grandfather of the renowned Noah. Enoch's role as a teacher and educator is underscored by his name, which translates to initiator. While the Old Testament doesn't extensively cover his writings, it does mention him in passing in Genesis 5:21-24. These verses provide a mere glimpse into his life, stating that he lived for 365 years and, intriguingly, walked after God and disappeared because God took him. Some legends even propose that Enoch is the same person as the biblical king and priest Melchizedek. Enoch's significance lies not only in his teachings but also in the wider context of apocryphal literature. Apocrypha, or writings not included in the official biblical canon, often provide answers to questions left unanswered in the Holy Scriptures. Enoch's reputation as a creator of writing and astrology, as well as his direct communication with God, positions him as a revered religious teacher, prophet, and sage. Many ancient church fathers, such as Justin Martyr, Athenagoras of Athens, and Irenaeus, spoke highly of Enoch and alluded to his works. Some even endorsed the Book of Enoch as scripture. Enoch stands out in the genealogy of 10 patriarchs from Adam to Noah, as chronicled in Genesis 5. While most of these patriarchs lived for several centuries, Enoch is exceptional for not having seen death, as stated in Hebrews 11:5. Genesis 5:22-24 tells us that Enoch lived for 365 years, significantly less than his counterparts who exceeded 700 years. The narrative abruptly ends with the cryptic phrase, "He was not, for God took him," hinting at a divine and mysterious fate. Now, let's delve into the contents of the Book of Enoch, particularly the 5 volumes attributed to him. The first volume, known as the Watcher's Book, sets the stage for the manuscript. Penned around 300 BC, it unveils the story of the fall of the Watcher angels, who in the book become fathers to the Nephilim, as mentioned in Genesis 6:1-4. The Watcher's Book opens with a prologue describing Enoch as a righteous man whose vision was opened by God to see heavenly truths. It's mentioned that the events he witnessed pertain not to his own generation, but to one yet to come. The book elaborates on God's judgment, including his descent to earth on Mount Sinai with his armies. It underscores the predestined nature of events, with sinners facing destruction and the righteous enjoying light, joy, and peace. The book delves into the interaction between fallen angels and humanity. Samyaza, a leader among the fallen angels, persuades 199 others to take human wives, leading to the birth of the Nephilim. This chapter also details how Azazel, a fallen angel, taught humans forbidden knowledge, including metalworking and cosmetics. The proliferation of wickedness and corruption ensues. Among the fallen angels, there's a division of knowledge. Azazel, Semjaza, Armaros, Barakigal, Kokabel, Ezekiel, Arakil, Shamsil, and Sariel share various teachings with humanity. This forbidden knowledge contributes to the moral decline of mankind. Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel eventually implore God to judge both humanity and the fallen angels. Uriel is sent to Noah to warn of the impending cataclysm, while other angels receive specific instructions. One thing that stands out in this book is the term Son of Man. This term is used to talk about a special hero in the end times. This hero is also called the Righteous One, the Elect One, and even the Messiah. It's said that this hero will sit on a glorious throne during the final judgment. What's really interesting is that the first time this term Son of Man is used as a title in the Hebrew Scriptures is right here in the Book of Enoch. This might have influenced how early Christians thought about and used this term. Moving on to another part of the book, there's something called the astronomical book. This part tells us about the movement of the stars and planets. Enoch learned about the cosmos during his journeys to heaven, guided by an angel named Uriel. This book even explains a different kind of calendar called the solar calendar. It's pretty unique because it divides the year into 364 days, with 4 seasons of 91 days each. Each season has 3 months of 30 days, and there's an extra day at the end of the 3rd month. This makes the whole year exactly 52 weeks long. And get this, every year and season always starts on a Wednesday, which is the 4th day of creation, according to the Bible. The Book of Dreams is another part of Enoch. This book is like a series of visions that show Israel's history, even going way back to events like the Maccabean Revolt. Some people think it was written before the biblical flood, according to the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. These visions use animals and people to tell allegorical stories about Israel's history. Now let's talk about the message of Enoch. Scholars think this part was written around 170 BC. It's divided into 5 parts. The first part, called the Apocalypse of the Weeks, tells the story of the world in a really interesting way. It's divided into 10 periods called weeks. 7 of these weeks cover things that happened in the past, and the other 3 talk about the future. The climax is in the 7th part of the 10th week, when it's said that there will be a new heaven and many weeks of goodness and righteousness. The second part is an exhortation. This is like a list of encouragements for people to do the right thing. It's like Enoch giving advice to his son Methuselah. Then there's an epistle. This part talks about the wisdom of God, what will happen to the righteous and the wicked, and the paths of righteousness and unrighteousness. The next part is about the birth of Noah. It talks about the flood and how Noah was born with the appearance of an angel. The last part is a conclusion. This wasn't found in the original version but was added later. It talks about the generation of light compared to the people who do wrong. But here's the thing. Why isn't this ancient book talked about more? Why was it even banned by some religious groups? It turns out that at the beginning of the book there's a warning about divine judgment for those who aren't living righteously. This book also explains the origin of the bloodthirsty giants known as Nephilim, mentioned in Genesis. These giants and their actions even play a role in the story of the Great Flood. However, God warns Noah and saves humanity. This book also describes Enoch's incredible travels through heavenly kingdoms. It talks about heavenly powers and what happens to wicked people. This could be one of the reasons it was banned. Maybe it had too much detailed information that scared people. Some parts even talk about strange creatures with advanced technology visiting Earth and sharing their knowledge with humans, which didn't turn out well for us. The book also explains how the evidence of these visits was erased by the flood. So, why was this book shunned and forgotten? Could it be because it challenges our understanding of history and spirituality? Perhaps there's something hidden in these pages that certain groups find uncomfortable. Some even wonder if it's evidence of ancient aliens visiting Earth. And what about Enoch's journeys to heaven? Could they have been encounters with extraterrestrial beings? These are questions that might not have straightforward answers, but they're definitely intriguing. As we explore the Book of Enoch, we're reminded that there's still so much we don't know about our past and our place in the universe. This ancient text invites us to consider possibilities beyond what we're familiar with. So let's keep reading between the lines and stay curious. Who knows what truths might be waiting to be uncovered? If you're interested in learning more, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such updates. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, take care.